Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is a regular on Capitol Hill these days, urging Congress to pass a so-called clean debt ceiling increase, meaning without negotiation, without drama. House Speaker Paul Ryan says he wants to deliver for the Treasury Secretary.
Clearly, the Treasury Secretary wants us to do it earlier than later. That's what every Treasury Secretary says and should be saying. We're going to work with them on this. We're having long, ongoing conversations with our members about how to address this, and we'll address it before we hit the debt limit.
Today, House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi said her side agrees with increasing the government's borrowing authority and would like to do it in July without concessions to conservatives.
We're not going down that path. And if they were to go down that path as a way to lift the debt ceiling in the House, I doubt they could pass that in the Senate. So let's just be efficient. Let's remove all doubt. Let's save our debate for another subject. This is the full faith and credit of the United States of America.
But conservatives say with Republicans in the White House and the majority in Congress and the debt at $20 trillion and counting, this is a great time for fiscal responsibility.
We only have a couple points of leverage, and that's one of them is the funding a CR or an omnibus bill. That's 1 point of leverage. The other is a debt ceiling. And so we don't get much done without leverage. We've learned that. There are too many people that don't want to make any dramatic changes.
Since some conservatives are expected to vote no, Democratic votes will likely be needed. Yet some of them are complaining about being asked to help out.
The only time that they come to Democrats is when their own caucus is so fractured that they cannot govern, and then they come and beg us for support. And we are starting to see that chatter on the debt ceiling. I mean, they control everything, and yet they seem fundamentally unable to govern.
One idea is adding the debt ceiling to a very popular bipartisan issue so that it's an easier vote for all. And then Republicans try to put points on the board by doing tax reform or spending caps after a crisis is averted. Brett?
Mike Emanuel, live on the Hill. Mike, thanks.